What's going on, guys? Marcus Crockett back with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to manage a commercial cleaning company. Now, how you manage your commercial cleaning company is going to vary really from, person to person or company to company. And it really depends on where you are, like how much is your company doing? Because I can tell you firsthand, like there's no way that I'd be able to manage the company I have now the way that I managed the company 5 years ago, right? It's just we've grown and we've scaled, and there's no way that I could do it. There'd be too many things. There's too many moving parts going on right now. So, for the person who's starting, right, you're going to manage a company completely different than someone who's been in for a while, who's been in the industry for a while, and has grown the company to a certain point. So when you're first starting off, the managing of your company might look at something as simple as getting your first account. And if you don't know how to get your first account, if you're brand new, if you're thinking about starting, I'm going to go ahead and link two videos up top showing you two free ways on how you can go out and start to get your first client, two clients, three clients. The process, it still works. Like it's never going to not work. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that up top. But you have your first accounts, right? And the way that's going to look is it may be you going out, um, doing your own marketing on the ground, to getting accounts, to doing the work yourself, to getting paid at the end of the month, or however it is that you choose to set up your payment structure. We always do a net 30. I've always done a net 30. That doesn't mean that's the only way. There are multiple ways to do it, but the way that we do things in our company, the way I teach people to do things, we base it on a net 30, right? So the net 30 means that basically you'll start the work and then 30 days later you'll get paid. So it may just look as simple as that: going off, getting the accounts, doing the work, waiting to get paid, delegating the money after you get paid to all of the places that you needed to delegate it to, whether that's to a separate account for taxes, whether it's an account for supplies, whether it's for marketing, however you do it, right? Within the course is dropping, by the way. It's dropping in the next 2.5, probably 3 weeks. It should be out and ready to go. I go over the different types of accounts that you need, and what the purposes are, what the purposes for those accounts are. Okay, so that's the first way. You basically starting off the way I started off. With you're carrying everything, right? You're doing it all. As you begin to progress, and as you start to get more familiar with what you're doing, more familiar with the way the business goes, you will grow, right? Business is going to grow. Granted, you're doing all the necessary things that you need to do as far as your marketing and everything like that goes. Now you move up and you're doing, $5,000, $10,000 a month. Some of the roles that you were doing when you were just starting off, you may still be doing some of those things when you get to $5,000 or $10,000 a month. The only real difference is that now you have staff, because there's no way that you're going to be able to go out. There's no way that most people can go out and produce at a high level, at over. I'm being nice when I said five. Personally, I believe it's anywhere from $400 to $4,500 a month that you can continue to produce at a high level. Once you get to $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 a month, you're going to need some help coming in if you want to keep those accounts that you worked hard to get. So now you have to introduce payroll, okay? And you're introducing staff, and you're introducing a way to attract staff to make your company look more attractive than the competition that's out there, right? So you have a hiring manager. You may be the hiring manager, right? You may fall into that role as the hiring manager. 9 times out of 10, you just might. Where you're going to want to replace yourself is on the cleaning side of things, right? So that's the whole purpose of bringing in the cleaning technicians, okay? So you bring the cleaning techs in, and you are still wearing a lot of hats, okay? You're still the face of the company, so you're still talking with the customers, handling any and all disputes. You're handling all of payroll. At this point, you're the hiring manager, you're the firing manager, you're the inspector. You're doing a lot of these things. This is just if you're by yourself. If you have partners who are, or you have a spouse and they're equally as invested in your company as you are, it makes things a lot easier. But this is where you're at. Once you get up to $15,000 to $20,000 a month, you're bringing in more staff, and now you're going to have to go ahead and delegate another one of your roles. Okay, and it's up to you to decide what you want to delegate. Okay, the things that are on the table for delegation are taking care of payroll, taking care of inspections, taking care of managing the employees, doing walkthroughs. These are things that are on the table. What we did was, my company, we actually, the next level that we had went up was to do the inspections. Okay, we got rid of we went ahead and hired out for inspections. So now you have your cleaning technicians that are going out and they're actually doing all of the cleaning work, and then you have your inspectors who, after the cleaning work is done, you have inspectors go in, make sure that all of the things are cleaned the way that they should be cleaned. Once you start getting up to $25,000 a month, you're just going to start adding more and more and more, because the point is for you to be able to take as much off of your plate as possible and still be profitable, still be in a position where you can run your company and grow your company. So now, you're at $25,000 a month. You may want to start looking at hiring a cleaning manager. So your cleaning manager, they may be the person who, if one of the cleaners don't show up, they have to fill that role. They're the person who, now all of the cleaner, they're responsible for making sure that the hours that the cleaners are working is, they're responsible for making sure that the hours are turned in at the right time, so that payroll can be ran correctly. People aren't getting underpaid or getting overpaid. They're the buffer between yourself and the cleaner, okay? The cleaning technician. As things begin to grow, then you're going to add another manager. You're going to add an operations manager. That operations manager now, depending on how you want to do it, that operations manager could be now the new point of contact for the customer. Not only are they the point of contact for the customer, so all emails, complaints, anything like that, that are going out or that are coming in, any problems, the operations manager takes care of those. The operations manager should now be the buffer between yourself and the cleaning manager. Okay. These are just some of the things on how you run a cleaning company. How do you manage it? How do you know what I mean? And the way that all of this stuff is set up, everything has to be written down, documented, so that you have a turnkey system. You want this thing to be as turnkey as possible. The only way you get to that point is building out SOPs or having them built out for you. Again, course is coming in a couple of weeks. I'll give out all of my SOPs in the course, right? To make things that much easier for you, okay? The SOPs, if you don't know, that stands for Standard Operating Procedures. So in the event of anything that happens within the company, there's a procedure for it, okay? So it could be something as simple as, this cuts down. This cuts down on a lot of the phone calls that, I'm no longer getting phone calls in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? Somebody locked the door with the keys inside, or someone forgot this or forgot that. Like, those phone calls, I don't get anymore. And I know that these things are still happening. It's just that I don't get them, because now there are procedures and things set in place to make sure that all of those things are taken care of, so I'm able to continue to work on the business instead of working in the business. There are still things that I do within the company, things that I enjoy, though. One of the things that I do in the company are the things that I enjoy. And eventually, as you begin to grow and as you begin to build, and there's going to be things that that you can do within your company as well, only the things that you enjoy. So now we've put ourselves in position to where not only can we do things that we enjoy, but the company pays for us to travel and to take vacations and that type of thing, right? So when you think about like what does it take or how do you manage a company, again, you just want to make sure that you first answer the question on where you are, and then you also want to take measurable steps to get to where you want to be so that you can be in position to do the things that you want to do. And not everyone who's starting a cleaning company, everyone doesn't want to grow their company the way I grew mine. Some people were happy with a couple $1,000s a month, and that's completely fine because everyone has different goals, right? You don't have to have a multiple six-figure company to be successful. Successful is it's relative, and you define what success is for you. But in terms of the way that we run the company, I wanted a culture where eventually I could really be as hands off as possible until it's time for me to do things that I actually do want to do. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. Remember, in the game of business, spectators are only going to watch, but hustlers actually get in the game so they can win. I'm always dropping jewels. Just make sure you're in position to pick them up. You do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Once again, my name is Marcus Crockett. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.